The demands are greater, the jobs tougher. So we made your truck even more capable with legendary Hemi power. More people are switching to Ram than ever before.
Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome everyone to another edition of the Forex Tech Magazine trading show. I want to welcome all of our old friends that's been here with us since day one, and I also want to welcome all of you new viewers that's tuning in for the first time today. Do me a favor real quick, if you would please. Just go up to the top of your screen up there and click on that follow button, so that way you can follow us, and that way you get an alert anytime that we go live throughout the day. Even though this is our set time to go live, there are some times where if we get some news breaks or something that happens, we want to make sure that we alert you as to what's going on. So sometimes we'll cut in and start streaming throughout the day. Before we get too far along, let's get getting tongue tied here. Before we get too far along, let's go ahead and go over some housekeeping rules. Let's talk about the disclaimer real quick. Although we are licensed to be a financial advisor and we are practicing financial advising, we are not your financial advisor, and so therefore the purpose of this show is for education and entertainment only. So we are not offering any type of financial advice to you or to your specific situation. If you are looking for some type of financial advice, please seek the assistance of a licensed, reputable advisor. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and start getting into what you came here for, which is to talk about Forex and Forex trading. Okay, today is going to be a little different. Normally when we start off the show, we start off with a what went right, what went wrong type episode, where we go back in and we review the trades from the prior episode. But because we didn't make a trade yesterday, what we're going to do today is we're going to look at some of the trades and how it went, but we're also going to focus more so today on the software that we're using to go in and analyze these charts. And one of the reasons being is because if you have the right tools, it makes a world of difference, right? Trading is hard enough as it is, and when you're trading and you don't have the right equipment to trade with, right? You're kind of doing everything by hand, and especially if you're starting out, it can be a lot more difficult than someone who's such as myself, who's been trading for years. And so one of the best things that I could do to try to help you guys is always try to bring you things that's going to make your trading life easier, right? And help you progress as a trader. Now, full disclosure here, the trading software that we recommend that we use is actually one that we are an affiliate of. So it pays us a little bit, just get a couple pennies on the dollar if you purchase the software. But what I've been showing everyone and what we've been advocating and what we actually been using ourselves is the demo version. The demo version is free for you to use. All right, take advantage of that. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. Don't have to do anything other than just use it. It's for free. All right. Now, once we get into our live trading account, we will be making a purchase of the actual paid version of the trading software, which is phenomenal, right? With everything that you can do in there. But still, the free version is good as well. So what we want to do today, and we'll go ahead and get on into this, is we want to look at the free version, right? And we just want to kind of see how we could use this to help make us better traders. And as we kind of progress from chart to chart, we'll also look at some of these currency pairs that we were in previously and the ones that we decided not to go into yesterday, and you'll see why it was a good decision not to do that. So let's jump right into it. Start out with the Great Britain pound, US dollar, right? And if we would just kind of track back for a second, let's look at where we were at yesterday around about this time, which was here, right? This is the 3 o'clock candle. As you guys know, we trade off with the 3 o'clock candle. And yesterday when we came in and looked at this, I said, you know what? I don't think it's going to be a good day to trade because, one, I saw that the market was looking to move sideways. And the reason why it was moving sideways is because we just came off of a really huge move. It had been moving up for a while, right? And then it pulled back on Monday, right? And then it started going back up again, and then it started trading to the side. And then by 3 a.m. Yesterday, Eastern Standard Time, it was kind of going down again. So I kind of saw it as a maybe not now type move, right? And I said, for me personally, I like to be in a trade when it's trending, not necessarily when it's just moving sideways. Right, and if you notice about this, the other thing in particular with this is that you see how this kind of bottoms out right along this where this kind of topped out at, right? That's what we call a resistance line, because price went up, hit it, came back down, retested a couple more times, came back down, then finally broke through it, right? And then that same area, it wound up being support, and price was able to get to the other side of it and then continue on up. Well, if you look, the same area is where price came down to here, right? Bounced off and went up. And then, let's put this here. Price came back to that same area yesterday morning before it bounced back up. So once again, kind of looking at the charts, kind of knowing these things, just having those those years of experience, saw that it wasn't going to be a good opportunity to potentially invest. And then the other thing is now, which I'm pretty excited about, if you haven't noticed, this right here is a double bottom, right? It came down, went up, came down, went up. Now the cool thing about double bottoms is that they can lead to a breakout, and a breakout can be pretty profitable, right? And usually when the breakout occurs is when the price crosses over this threshold here in the middle. So you call it the neckline. When it crosses over the threshold in the middle, right? Typically it's a breakout, and as you see right now, that's what we have, somewhat of a breakout. It's going up and off, right? So this is definitely a pair that we're going to be looking at to potentially maybe buy into this morning. Now the other thing we have to caution you about is that there is some economic news coming out this morning for the Great Britain pound. So that can potentially get us into trouble if we're not careful. All right, because remember one of the things I've always told you is that, when you're trading around a news cycle, you have to be mindful that if the news comes out other than what you expected, then you can see your currency pair and your account get whipsawed around. So you got to be mindful of that. You got to be careful of that. So yeah, around about 4:30 is when all this information is going to get kind of dumped out here on the market. So now on this particular news feed, it's saying that it's medium to low. I've seen some other ones where it says it was kind of high, some of it. So I don't know. I have to go back and look at it a little bit, take a deeper look at it before I make a determination whether or not we're going to trade. But anyway, before we get too far into that, let's look at just some of the tools that we have here with this trading system that's going to really help us be able to make this trade today, right? So one of the first things I always tell you to do is when you go in to make a trade, what you want to do is you want to find your support and resistance, and you also want to find your trend line, right? See if it's trending. Because if you just find support and resistance, then it could just mean it's traveling sideways. But if you have a trend line, then that tells me that it's either going up or down, right? So let's do that. And the way that we do that, let me just get out of here. One of the ways that we do that is clear out these tools. Is we just scroll back, right? We don't even have to look where we're at right now necessarily. But we'll just scroll back, right? And what we'll do is we will put our just coming through. We're looking for swing highs and swing lows, right? So we can those opportunities. So we can put our support and resistance lines up here. Like I said, when I do it, I don't even like to see the where we at right there in the currency pair, because I don't want any type of bias to come into play. I don't want to me feeling like, hey, you know what, I think this is what it's going to be based off of what nothing. I don't want to eyeball it. I just want to just go through, place it, and then come back to it. Put a couple out there, and then come back to it and see where we at. All right, great. And it's amazing. Even though I wasn't even looking at this over here, you can see how it matches up perfectly with how this currency pair has been moving, right, over the past few hours. Right, this right here is definitely a support zone, right? You see where price came through, bounced off of it, went back up, bounced off of it, went back up, definitely a resistance zone. Price hit it, came back down, right? Bond was able to push through, went to the next level of resistance, came back down, came through it again, right? Eventually came back down, right? Went through this level here, which went from being resistance to support, came back up, went back down again through it, came back up, right? Pushed back through that level of support, or resistance rather, I'm sorry. Hit the next level of resistance, right? Just kind of hung out for a little bit, turned that into support, and then pushed up to the next level of resistance. So this is where we are right now, another level of resistance. And so the question becomes, will this level of resistance right here become support? So it can push price up farther, or will it become resistance and just kind of turn the price back down? Well, now, so now that we got our, so now that we have our support and resistance line, let's look and see. We can draw some trend lines in here. And if we can, what do they look like? Let's see here. Alright, so that was, it's definitely continuing to move up, right? This is the outer trend line. Doesn't look like it's developing inner one as of yet. And oh, one cool thing, well, just first of all, that really cool thing that we just saw right there, this right here was the smart trend line. And typically when you draw a trend line, you got to try to find your bottom, and then you got to come out here and you got to try to figure out whether you want to draw it on the wicks or you want to draw it on the candle bottom, and blah, 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 blah. And it can take some time to try to get it right. Well, with this smart trend line, all you have to do is find your bottom, find your candle wick, right? Click on it, boom, it automatically draws it for you, right? Saves you a ton of time, right? The other thing we're going to look at is, you know, one of the things that they teach you in trading, whether you're trading stocks or currency pairs or any type of assets, is to pay attention to candlestick formations, right? One of the cool things about this trading software here, right, is that they have software that's available that actually helps you do that for you, right? And I'm going to show you what I mean just here in just one moment. This is so freaking cool. Such a time saver. Such a time saver. All right, so obviously we got an upward movement here, right? So if I'm looking to get into this, I'm going to be looking for a position to buy, not necessarily a position to sell, right? So we come over here to this little candlestick tool. And essentially what it is, we already have some stuff pre-programmed in here for us, right? So if we're in a downward trending market, you know, we're looking for bearish formations to get in to sell. So, you know, you have the bearish engulfing, you have the bearish tweezer tops, and you have the bearish evening star, which these are all really great patterns to trade if you're in a downward trending market, right? But because we're in a bullish trending market, what we want to look at is bullish signals, right? And here we go. So that was a bullish, what was that? Bullish engulfing, I believe it was. Yep, bullish engulfing. And the cool thing about this is that when you look for these signals, you want to look for them around your support and resistance. Oh, sorry, not resistance, but support areas, right? Because it's going to give you your signal to buy, give you a confirmation to buy, right? See here, boom, you could have bought, put your stop loss back below the low, right? You've been good, right? Same here, you could have came in here again, bought, stop loss below the low. You've been good. Same thing here. Bought, stop loss below the low. You've been good. Same thing here. Bought, stop loss below the low, or even bought here, stop loss below the low. All right? You've been good. Okay? The reason why we look at these patterns when it's close to the support zone and not so much the resistance zone is just because of support and resistance, right? When we're close to the support zone, that means there are buyers coming, potentially buyers coming into the market, right? And when we're near the resistance zones, that means there's potentially sellers coming into the market. So really, when you start seeing these right here, these signals around the resistance area, it can, it's kind of negated by the fact that it's right there by a resistance area, right? Now, I did like the fact that this right came over and it closed, right here, because if you notice, this right here was once a resistance itself, but it closed above there, above that, right? One of the reasons why still will say go ahead and buy there is because you're close to a swing low, right? This right here, you were out a ways from a swing low, a long ways away from a swing low. So instead of this being a candlestick that you would pay attention to and make a buy or a buy decision on, that's one that you would kind of like negate or not pay attention to, because you look at where it is in regard or in relation to a swing low, where it is in relation to the support and resistance lines, and then you just, once again, it comes with experience, just to kind of know that, hey, that's not a buying opportunity. This is something that we want to watch closely, but not necessarily a buying opportunity we want to get into at the moment. Okay. So that is one thing that we can do. Let's check here and see the other bullish candlestick. Let's see what that looked like. Bullish Morningstar. Man, we only have one bullish Morningstar. Okay. Not impressed by that. But definitely impressed. And just love the fact that how fast it's a click of a button, folks. At a click of a button, everything populated. I'm able to come in here. I can see clearly. I can look at this chart. A 2-year-old can look at this chart and tell where the currency pair is going. The 2-year-old can look at this chart and determine whether or not it's a good opportunity to get in here and buy or not, right? The question you got to ask yourself, especially if you've been having problems struggling, why are you struggling? Do you want to continue down that road to struggle, right? Or would you rather make trading easier for yourself, right? And use the chart that has these tools built into it that's going to help you make it easier for yourself. And then the best part about it, it's free. $3.99. You cannot beat that. Okay. And just that when you want to use, more features of the chart, that's when you're gonna have to pay, a little bit of money. But it's a little bit of investment, because think about this right here. Once again, if you're in the market and you're making money, right? I'm not talking about you're in the market and you're losing money and you're just throwing money down a rat hole. No, I'm talking about you're in the market, you're making money, you're becoming profitable. How bad is it going to hurt you to spend $30 a month? How bad will it hurt you to spend $60 a month? It's not. Those are numbers. Those are things that you can make within a matter of minutes in the market, within a matter of seconds in the market, right? You can get 10 pips and pay for everything for 2 or 3 months, depending on how much you leveraged up, right? So the ideal is that, listen, as you progress and your skill level progress, go ahead, take some of the money that you're making, right, and put it back and invest in yourself. You got to look at this as a business. This is your business, right? And your business is not going to work if you're not investing back into your business. If you're just taking all the profits from your business and spending it willy-nilly, right, and just doing whatever with it, you're not going to be in business for long, right? The object of being in business is to stay in business, and to stay in business, you got to go back and reinvest in your business, okay? All right, good deal. So what else do we got here in this chart that we can use? So that was pretty good right there. We also got some alerts here, right? So let's say if we want to track this symbol and say, hey, you know what? Which I'm not going to put one on here right now, but if you want to track this right here and you want to say, hey, when this crosses back over, by 50 pips or whatever, I want to be alerted. I want to be alerted so that way I can come back in and at least look at the situation and determine whether or not I want to make a sell, right? Some people want to just go ahead and sell right away. And if that's the case, just put in a limit order, or a stop order. But if that's not the case, definitely put up an alert so that way when price starts making certain moves, you'll be alerted to it, and then you can come back in and reassess the situation and see if it's something that you need to take advantage of. Right? They have that feature. That is golden. Of course, they got the measure feature. Everybody has that, which is basically it's gonna. And you see me use this before, where we come out and we measure, the move of a pip and see how many pips potentially profit we're gonna get, and blah 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 blah. There's nothing exciting. There's nothing new. Everybody has that, right? But here's something everybody doesn't have. This is where to share your ideas, right? The one cool thing about this, another cool thing about this charting software that I really like, is the fact that you can share your ideas with the other community of traders and vice versa, right? So there's a community of traders out there that we can go to. Let's go here for a second. Check this out. There's a community of traders out there that we can go to that have trade ideas that may be, along the same line as ours, or it may even be different, right? Let me get this one right here. There we go. But the cool thing is, we can look at it and kind of get an idea what this person right here is thinking and see if, their idea is better than ours or their idea complement ours, right? And you can put yours out there as well. And it's not just people, from the general public that's out there putting their trade ideas out there. These are also instructors. This company, I believe, has partnered with the Market Traders Institute, MTI, that's what it is. So their instructors also put their trade ideas out here as well, along with some of the students, I suppose, and then also just the general public. The cool thing is, though, you have the ability to come out here, gather this information, right? And now you have something additional to help you with your trades, right? This right here says 1,000 pips opportunity. Is it true? I don't know. Maybe, but wouldn't it be cool to make 1,000 pips, right? $10 a pip and a standard lot. You do the math. You tell me how much that is, right? Put it like this: it's enough that if it's actual opportunity and it's something that can actually be done, it'd be worth the cost of admission. Am I right? Now, here's another feature right here. You see this right here, this little button right here? Now, we don't have the capabilities to do this on the demo software, but once you get the paid version, you will, which is basically you can import this information, these charts, onto your chart. Right? So essentially what you can do, instead of just having to look at it here, right, you can put these on your chart, and then of course, you can trade off of your chart. So that right there is, once again, that's phenomenal, right? Where you can go ahead, share ideas with folks, review the idea, find out there's something that you like, something that you believe that, hey, yeah, I can do this, download it onto your charts, and just go from there. This is not something that you're going to get everywhere, folks. You got a community of traders here that you can communicate with. You find somebody who you feel like, hey, this person trades like I trade, thinks like I think. They got a pretty successful track record. I want to work with them. I want to follow their trades. Here you go. Trading is not that hard. It's actually very simple, but unfortunately, I see a lot of people that are, asking folks to trade their accounts for them or trying to get folks to let them trade their accounts for them. You don't have to do that unless that's something you want to do, right? But if you take a little bit of time, study the basics, right? Then you can definitely make money in forex. You can definitely make money in forex, right? I'm gonna say definitely because then it's like I'm saying I'm guaranteeing you, and I can't guarantee you what you can do. So I apologize. Let me take that back. But there's opportunity for you to make money in forex. Opportunity for you to be able to have a lifestyle that you want to have. Opportunity for you to be able to provide and live like you want to live on your terms for your family, for you and your family. It's an opportunity there for you, right? But you got to go out there. You got to take the opportunity, and you have to decide that, hey, you know what? This is how I want to live. I'm tired of living the way I've been living. I'm tired of doing what I've been doing, and I want to do something different. And when you do that, that's when the magic happens, folks. That's when the magic happens, my friend. That's when the magic happens. Hold on one second. Just need to check something real quick. Be right back. Okay. I think it's still loading up. Oh my goodness. Things been slow all day. Alright guys, so if you got any questions or anything, please feel free to type in the chat box any questions that you may have. Um, if you guys are trading a currency pair, or if you're trading a stock or whatever, if you want to kind of like, let's do a live analysis of that stock or currency pair that you're trading right now, please let us know. Type it into the chat box. We'll definitely pull it up on the screen and go in there and see if we can help you out with some where you're at with that, and see if we give you some good ideas on trading that stock or that currency pair. Let's go out of here and just go to another pair. There we go. I'm getting ready to say, my goodness, somebody didn't pay the bill. All right, so let's. Here goes another one. So once again, same as before, right? Let's take this. Check this out. All right, so same as before. When we come in, first thing I want to do, let's go back to the right a little bit. Or here's another thing you can do too. So if you don't want to have to scroll back and forth, right? Just kind of tighten up the currency pair on your screen, right? And then keep your focus over here towards the left, and then come in and just put your trend lines in, right? I mean, put your support and resistance lines in. Yeah. Boom. And when you're doing it, I mean, everybody got their different, rituals as far as doing it. Some people say, you touch the wick. Some people say, it's okay to touch the candle body. When I look at doing it, personally, I'm looking at zones. I'm not necessarily looking at a particular line. I mean, yeah, that's good if you can get it and it touches the exact line, but I'm looking at zones. If I'm within 5 or 10 pips away in that zone, I feel pretty good about where I marked it. That's just me personally. We'll do one more for good measure. Here we go. Don't want to put too many on there, but we do want to put enough. All right. So now what we can do, we can widen this back out. And let's see how it matched up. Once again, I was looking over to the left. But wow, look at this right here, right? Boom, look at how that support line just matched up perfectly. Look how that resistance line matched up perfectly, right? Look at the support line came back in perfect. Resistance came in there perfect. Look at that, wow. Look at this right here, how it fell all the way down through support, and then it came back up and it hit that support that now turned into resistance perfectly, right? Amazing. I'm telling you folks, if you're not drawing your support and resistance lines before you get into a trade, you are hurting yourself, right? Because and I'll tell you the value of drawing your support and resistance lines and also drawing your trend lines. It's like when you go to a mall or to like a big building someplace and they have a little placard up there that says, you are here. This is you and you are here. That's all this does, man. This right here, because without it, you really don't know where you're at in the trade, right? Without it, if I was in here, I wouldn't know where I was at in the trade. I don't know if I was at a resistance spot. I don't know if I was at a support spot. I don't know, right? And I'm going in, I'm just trading kind of blindly. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and just sell because it's been going down, so I'm just going to look to sell. Okay, but maybe, if you was at that resistance spot, right? I'm sorry, support spot, and you're trying to sell, guess what's going to happen? Price is going to move against you. It's going to go up, and you're probably going to get stopped out of your trade, right? So very important to know where you're at in the trade, whether you're at support or resistance. So that way, when you come up here and you do your candlesticks, right? Because we know right here, looks like here we're in a downward trend. Not saying that it couldn't turn around, but for right now, it's going down, right? So we're going to look for our bearish candlesticks, right? And wow, what do you know? Look at this right here. This is a bearish engulfing candlestick, right? So let us know. Let's start looking at shorting. We'll probably put our stop loss back up here. We're going to short this thing all the way down, right? And you can put your take profits, right? You can take your take profits right here at your support zones, right? Because remember, we didn't just put these in looking at what happened here. We put these in when we was looking back what happened, days ago, right? And so based off of that, we could put our, and we haven't gotten into it. You can do what they call pyramiding. You can pyramid in, you can pyramid out. So essentially what you're doing is you're coming in, buying a little bit, coming in, right? At swing lows, kind of like coming in at swing lows and buying into your position, to build into the position till you get all the money in there that you want, right? And then you're able to not risk everything all at once, but you're risking it spread out over time, but you're getting that whole dollar amount in, right, to be able to take advantage of the overall price move. Same thing as far as getting out, right? You can reverse pyramid it, whereas you got a lump sum that you want to start, selling as it's on its way down. You can start, taking profit as you hit each one of these little support zones, right? All the way down until you finally get down to here, and then, you just take everything out. Now, seeing how this right here was a bearish engulfing and this right here was a resistance line, and you see how it came down, it went up, and then it formed that bearish engulfing, right? That lets me know that this thing is still on its way down. Now, I know we got an up candlestick here, but to me that doesn't really matter. That tells me that because once again, this candlestick right here is not at any type of support or resistance, right? It's just kind of floating out there. So I know exactly where this candlestick is in relation to this support and resistance zone, right? I know where it's at in relation. It's right here in the middle. It's floating around. So to me, I don't care what this thing looks like, unless it's touching that resistance or touching that support. That candlestick don't really mean anything. What I'm looking at is this candlestick right here, which is telling me that buying has continued and is going to continue for the foreseeable future to push this price lower. Okay? That's important. And the cool thing is, we were able to do that with just a flick of just a flick. Boom, flick of a button. Bam. All right, took it out. Bam, put it back in. Look, how much more confident do you feel when you can see this confirmation on the screen, right? If you're doing what you're supposed to do, you came in, you drew your support and resistance lines, you're seeing where price has been moving in regards to those lines, and then you come in and you say, hey, you know what? I know that candlestick formations are very important and that they can actually reveal some important information inside of the market as to what's going on with price action and investors' thoughts. And then for you to be able to just come in with the click of a button, you don't even have to click anywhere on the chart. You just click the button and automatically, everywhere on the chart where this pattern shows up, it's going to automatically populate it for you. How much easier can that get? How much easier can that be? The only way it's going to get easier than that is somebody's going to come in and give you a stack of money, which that's not going to happen, and just, give you a stack of money each week and say, hey, here you go, bud. Thanks for you being you. And that's not going to happen, okay? Excuse me, I had to adjust myself here. This is crazy easy, right? Don't make trading more than what it has to be, right? It's a very fairly easy process. All you have to do is just follow some simple rules. Be disciplined. That's it. And if you're disciplined and you can follow some simple basic rules, you can make it in trading, right? The problem comes in when people are undisciplined and they go out and they don't follow the rules, or they start out following the rules, they're undisciplined, and then all of a sudden they just kind of make it up as they go along. And if you make it up as you go along, guess what happens? You're going to lose it as you go along too. Guaranteed. All right, so let's take this back off. Once again, it's just freaking amazing, guys. Another thing you can use is the smart Fibonacci's. Let's see if they play out on here. And it does. How cool is that? How cool is that, guys? Look at that. Right? So another cool tool that you can use on here, right? And this is in the free demo version that you get. And once again, if you haven't done it already, if you look below our panel on our Twitch channel, you see it right there. It says Smart Trader. Just go ahead and click that link. Go ahead and sign up and get this free software. And you don't even have to download anything. It's all web-based, right? You don't have to download anything on your computer, your smartphone, or your laptop. It's all web-based. You just log in when you're ready to use it, right? But look at this. Look how cool this is, right? So I went in and I clicked the Smart Fibonacci tool, right? And it automatically went and drew the lines for me, right? Right? All I have to do, right? All I have to do to go in and make money is I have to just be aware of where my price came back to. What did it retrace to, right? And I don't even have to know the number that it retraced to. I just have to know the color of the line that it retraced to, right? They got 3 colors in here that you got to be aware of. You got red, you got blue, and you got green. 3 colors that you got to be aware of: red, blue, and green, or purple, whatever, and green, and green, right? Just all you got to be aware of. That's all you got to be aware of, right? You got to be worried about the numbers. You got to worry about the 0.5, 0.618. You got to worry about any of that stuff. Just colors, right? So unless you're colorblind, this is fairly simple. You should be able to get this. Unless you're color. Now, if you're colorblind, ain't much we can do. We can try to put the numbers up there for you and look at the numbers, but if you're colorblind, there's nothing we can do with this right here. This is this is going to be useless to you if you're colorblind, right? We'll go in and put the numbers. But if you're not colorblind, right, then you don't need the numbers, right? So if you're colorblind, you just kind of like hover over it and the numbers will show up, right? If you're not colorblind, you ain't got to worry about that. All you got to do, if you see it came back to the red, listen to this, folks. If you see the price retrace back to the red, anywhere in the red, it could be this red here, this red here, this red here, this red here, even the area in between the red and this bluish purple color looking thing right here, right? Even the area right in there, right? If we retrace any of that stuff, it can't touch this color here, but if it just goes in between there, any of that stuff right there, right? All you got to do is put your take profit where the red is at the extension. That's all you have to do. And if you do that one simple thing, guess what's going to happen? Right? I ain't going to say it's going to happen every time, but in this particular case right here, look what just happened. Right? You would have made money. Right? So let's look at that. What kind of money are we talking about here, right? That was 102 pips. 102 pips. How much is 102 pips? Well, first of all, let's see how long it took for us to get that. All right, so that was Monday, and today is Wednesday morning. All right, 102 pips. Well, with the micro lot, what's that? Like $1.02, or $10. I'm sorry, $10.20, right? With the standard lot, I'm sorry, with the mini lot, what is that? It's $102, right? And with the standard lot, which that's what we're trying to trade up to, right? That's what we're working towards to get everybody to be able to trade with, a standard lot. That's $1,002 and $20. Sorry, $1,020. Wouldn't it be nice? Could you agree with me that it would be nice that if you to put this trade in on Monday, that today to wake up or today to have an additional $1,020 in your account? Would that be something that you would like to see? I mean, would that be something that you would like to happen to you? I would love for it to happen to me, right? And that's something that you would love to happen to you. Folks, get the software. Make it easy for yourself. Stop doing it the hard way. Stop fighting with trying to win. Stop fighting with it. I heard someone else say this one time before, and I totally agree with the saying. There's 2 types of people. There's people that know how to win, right? And there's people who haven't found a way to win yet, right? Those are people that we like to call losers in society. I don't believe there's no such thing as a person that's a loser. I think it's just people who know how to win and people who just haven't found a way how to do it yet, right? Sometimes people just give up before they find a way to win, right? They just quit. They quit on themselves. They quit on their dreams, right? Because they couldn't find a way to break through. They could not find a way to get to that next level, what they wanted, the next level, what they needed, where they needed to be at. So they just gave up. It doesn't have to be you. Don't let it be you, right? And if you get the software here, right, I think it's going to help a lot of you guys improve your trading. I think it's going to help a lot of you guys become better traders. And what happens when you become better traders? You become more profitable traders, right? And that's what you want to be. You want to become more profitable on a consistent basis. I mean, think about this. I mean, do you think this right here could actually help you potentially be a more consistent, more profitable trader? I think the possibility is there. Look at this right here, right? So, you know, we form the A and B sequence here, right? We're looking for the C, right? So just look at what we got. So we got our support and resistance lines already drawn out on the chart, right? We come in, we add our Fibonacci, right? So we know where we're thinking about taking a price, but then, you know, we just don't know, you know, where that candlestick is going to turn around. We're looking for a U-turn. Like, where will this thing U-turn at? How do we know it's going to U-turn here? Well, one, we got great confidence that it's going to U-turn here because A is at a support resistance line, right? B, the reason why we got such great confidence that this thing is going to U-turn here is because of the fact that, look, this thing has formed a bearish engulfing candle that we didn't even have to do anything to get it other than just click on a button on the chart and then bam, it's already here for us, right? So we got two pieces of information that's really kind of confirming that, hey, you know what? We could put a sell in here, right? And feel pretty confident about it. We can bring our stop loss back up to the back of this wick right here, so that way if it does go against us, right, we got some room for it to go against us, right? It's not necessarily just go against us right away, get whipsawed out of the market. And bam, what happens? From Monday to Wednesday morning, you get $1,020, right? Folks, how confident could you be using this software to trade? Especially after you understand the basics of trading. I mean, how confident could you be? I mean, not only do you got software here that's going to go through and, you know, do what you would normally do, right? But now you don't even have to do it. Just a click of a button and it's going to just, bam, get done. And then two, you got other traders that are, you know, out here just trading just like you. You know, even if you didn't feel confident about this right here, you know what you could do? You could take it, boom, share it, hit that share button, right? To share your idea, put it out there, let the rest of the community see it, and they can give you their opinion about it. And say, hey, you know what? Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, I see what you're going with that. That looks great. Or, like, I don't know. Are you sure you want to do it? You know, you now can get, you know, critical feedback for what it is that you're trying to do. And don't get me wrong, I haven't used every piece of software that's out there. I've just only used a few, but the few that I've used over my lifetime, I got to tell you, this one right here beats them hands down, right? I've been trading for over a decade, right? This piece of software here is one of the best pieces, and in my mind, if it's worth the price of admission if you just know more for this Fibonacci tool right here. I love this Fibonacci tool. Use it to death, right? I love the candlestick tool, right? The fact that you can just go in here and you don't have to try to figure out what formation is being made and where is that and what. You can just click on a button and all of a sudden, boom, it's going to populate for you. You can't beat that, right? The other thing is, too, and in the demo version, you actually don't have access to it, but they have smart patterns here as well, right? Oops, let me go back. Yeah, they got smart patterns, right? So they got software that essentially, if you're trading like the harmonic patterns and things of that nature, if you click on that smart pattern, it's gonna go through and it's gonna find that pattern within the chart for you So once again, you don't have to sit there and try to figure it out and try to figure out where, where to put the points at on there. You don't have to figure out any of that. Put the A, B, and C. You don't have to do any of that. This is going to do it for you. It's going to do it for you. Show you where the entry, show you where the exit, all that. Do it for you, right? And it's going to do that on whether you're trading stocks, whether you're trading forex. It's going to go in there and do that for you. That by itself, once again, is worth the price of admission, folks. You cannot beat the value of what you're getting for what you would be paying. Then for the fact that you can do, a lot of this stuff, 75 to 80% of this stuff, for free. You can't beat it. Cannot beat it. Now, if you still want to go out and do the manual drawings, then of course, you can come here, right? And do your manual drawings. You got the fans, you got the retracements, you got the ellipses, the arcs, time zones, extensions, pretty much everything under the sun relating to Fibonacci. You have it there. Once again, if you want to physically come out and draw the patterns, you can, or like we just saw here, you have smart patterns, just like you got smart Fibonacci, just how bam, just one click and it's there on your screen. Same thing with the smart patterns. Bam, one click and it's going to be on your screen. Then this over here is to draw channels, right? So you got your trend line, and then you got the Andrews pitchfork. If you're not familiar with either one of those, do yourself a favor. Go back to our website at forextechmagazine.com. Tons of information on there. You got articles on there about the basics for trading, period. You have also a free course on how to trade Forex, and it even has a simple trading strategy at the end. So you can't beat that. It's free, folks. And the reason why I offer that is because it's important that if you're going to be trading, you're going to be watching this channel, that you understand the basics of Forex, because once we go live, there's going to be a lot of stuff they're going to be doing that I'm not going to have, we're not necessarily going to be sitting there explaining every little step, right? And I want you to be able to follow along, and the way to be able to follow along is that you got to be able to understand the basics at least, okay? Also, too, if you ever want to come into our mentorship, that's what we call it. We're not offering any classes, we're not up here saying that, hey, if you go through this 12-week course, you're going to be a scholar in Forex. Not at all. We offer a mentorship, which is essentially we come in and coach you to being a better Forex trader, right? We sit down with you one-on-one and talk to you, look at your trading strategy, what you have in place now, evaluate that, tell you what's working, talk to you about what's working, what's not working, and then see about ways to try to correct that and get you trading and get you, to your optimum shape to be able to trade Forex, okay? So what else we got here, man? So we got the candlestick patterns. Of course, then if you need to go in here, you need to make some notes to yourself about, where you're going to be buying at, where you're going to buy the market at, or where you're going to sell the market at. Got tools in here to help you with all this, man. All this. I mean, you just can't beat this. I'm sorry. I mean, I know I keep saying it. I know I keep talking about it, but it is really, really good. And then if you come over here, one of the things that you may want to do, all right, so if you look over here at the screen, we have like the, market orders, pending orders, and then there's also another place over here where you can place your, your limit orders for your, entry orders for your, your currency pairs or your stocks that you're going to be trading. But also down here, you can create a market watch list, right? So if you got like certain stocks or Forex that you're looking to like keep track of, you can come in here and start your own list. The other thing I like too as well is because you're going to be getting some news feeds coming in, right, for your currency pair. And the cool thing about the way they have this set up, and this may be with some other some other currencies as well. Like I said, been using this for a while. But when I was using other currency or other software rather, didn't have anything that was this intuitive, that was this smart. This right here will actually go out and change your news feed based off of the currency pair that you're trading, right? So, I was just trading the euro, now I'm trading the Great Britain pound, and guess what happens? The news feed trades as well, right? Now, Great Britain pound, US dollar, right? So it's gonna curate everything that's related to the Great Britain pound, US dollar, and start bringing me all that information, right? Instead of going to Great Britain pound, Japanese yen, same thing. Now all of a sudden it's gonna come over here and it's gonna start searching. It's gonna gather all that information about the Great Britain pound, Japanese yen, and it's gonna bring it to me. The good thing about that is, once again, if you're starting having big moves in the market, you're trying to figure out what's going on, right? You don't want to get caught on the wrong side of a move, right? And that can easily happen, right? And if it does start to happen, you want to at least kind of figure out, well, what the hell just happened to cause that? Well, here you go. You got this news feed coming in here. It can give you some insights as to what just happened, and also some stuff that, what may be getting ready to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it is good to have and very vital to use. Okay. And then of course you have here, you have the ability to upgrade, right? Which once we start trading live, we're definitely going to be upgrading. Not going to be using this basic software. Basic software is good to kind of come in and do some basic stuff. That's what we've been able to do, some basic trades with you, and just kind of do some fundamental stuff. But what we're going to be doing here in a couple of weeks, for the next 1 or 2 weeks, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks actually. What we're going to be doing is doing some more complicated, I think it's complicated with some different types of trades, right? Because although these trades right here are nice and it's good to get some pips here and there, what we want to do is we want to focus on maximizing our dollars, because if we have money just kind of sitting out there on the sidelines and we're not using it, well, it's not making us any money. So what we want to do is have several strategies in play that are producing a return for our capital that we have in play. So that way we're maxing out our returns and at the same time minimizing our losses. Hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, folks. So if you have any questions, please, like I said before, please feel free to let us know. And if you're watching the rewind of this broadcast, absolutely feel free to shoot us an email. Right, it's questions@forextechmagazine.com. You can also find us online at Twitter. You can find us online at Instagram, YouTube, and then of course at our website at forextechmagazine.com. Right, love to hear from you. Any comments, thoughts, or anything that you would like for us to talk about. And like I said, today, the reason why we didn't really get into a currency pair today is just because yesterday we didn't put anything into the market, right? So we didn't really have anything to talk about as far as what went right, what went wrong. And so that's the reason why we're just kind of like, today we're just kind of going through, looking at the chart and software, and really kind of focusing on that, which is good because this is something that we need to do anyway. Something that we should have done a while ago. Just try to, just do at least one video that talks about the software and why it's so important and why it can really make a difference for, a trader. Because if you want to go from average to good, or just from bad to average, this is the software that's going to do it for you. It's actually going to take you from, from bad to good, actually from good to great, if you utilize it the correct way. Because like I said, it does a lot of the stuff for you, which is awesome. If anything, all you'd have to do is just go back in and just kind of double check it or whatever, because, once again, it's computer software, machines, software, all that stuff. It can make mistakes. It can have bugs. It's not perfect. They're not perfect. The people that made it's not perfect. So therefore, the software is not going to necessarily be perfect. But man, my goodness, this thing is about the closest perfection as you can get. I got to tell you. I am so impressed with this. Um, makes my life so much easier, right? Makes trading so much easier, right? Um, Now it's more of a just kind of come in, click a couple of buttons, see what's up on the screen, know what I got to do, blah blah blah, and get in and get it done. You know, no questions asked. So going back to what we was originally looking at earlier this morning, right? And we was looking for opportunities to potentially get into some trades, maybe. I gotta tell you, until that news come out at 4:30, I don't see myself going in and getting into anything just yet. But once that news comes out, that news feed comes out at 4:30, I'll probably get in. Unless something drastically changes, I would probably be looking to buy into the Great Brent Pound pairs, right? Haven't decided exactly which pairs I'm looking at, but anything that I'd be doing with them right now would probably be looking at buys. You know, looking for buying signals, and the reason being because if you look at the pair overall, I mean, they went through they had an upward trajectory, went through some pullbacks, and looks like now it's probably going to continue the upward trajectory. But like I say, tune in tomorrow, right? And if you tune in tomorrow, we will definitely um, have made some type of decision. You know, traded something in some direction. Just don't know which direction as of yet. Oops. Well, remember, man. And if you're trying to scroll back on your hour chart and you're not able to see your where to put your trend lines at, then just go on a daily chart, you know, and start putting your trend lines out there. I mean, your support and resistance lines out there, and then click back onto your hourly chart, and you'll see it. Oops, get rid of that one. All right, guys, we got about 2 more minutes before we get out of here. I really hope you guys enjoyed the show today. All right, and if this is your first time, please don't let it be your last time. Please come back. Right, love to see you guys back on a regular basis. One of the things that we're thinking about doing, and one of the things that actually we're going to be doing, is we just got to figure out the time frame that we're going to do it on, because we got such a tight schedule here. Is we're going to start doing some shows, probably either in the Asian session or either in the American session. The American session, I'm pulling for the American session just because, you know, I'm here in the States, and me getting up at, or me not going to sleep until after I do this show, and then having to get back up again and then do other things with my family and stuff, it's kind of taking a toll on me. But I enjoy trading during this time with these currency pairs. But also, too, I think it's going to be better for our viewers if we can give you a time frame where you can trade on 2 different time frames. So yeah, we're trading on the Europe time frame, then maybe we're trading on the Asian time frame, or trading on the Europe time frame, and then maybe we're trading over on the American time frame. Just so that way you got, you know, 2 opportunities to see what's going on and to really kind of follow along. And hopefully, like I said before, at the end of the day, you're gonna be a better trader, be a smarter trader. And also, don't forget to follow us. You know, if this is your first time here and you haven't done so already, please hit that follow button. At any rate, guys, I'm about to get out of here. It is 4 o'clock a.m. Yeah, it is time for me to leave. As always, I like to say something positive, leave you on a positive note. So I'll say, I'll give you something from the great Zig Ziglar, and that is that if you help enough people get everything that they want out of life, by doing so, you'll attain everything that you want out of life. I just kind of paraphrased that. I know he didn't say it exactly like that, but that's how I say it. Anyway, God bless you. Best of luck. Hope you guys make a ton of money today trading. and I will see you next time. Bye.